Alright, your 2017-04-24 LibreCAD User Extensive Manual. Alright, your layer types. Benefit, disadvantage. By layer, default. By block, custom colors, standard colors recommended. Selecting colors for color printing. Color line weight and line type charts. Recommended use. Choose standard colors. Previous section. International Standards Organization. ISO front shown in bold. Italic chart. Line weights indicating various scales. Drawing line types are visible. Suitable. Was there a good reason to do otherwise? Shows the line weight comment. Line 5, color selected line weight, construction, yellow, default non-print, maroon, gray, orange, red, green, cayenne, blue. Alright, 1.6, modifying line and new attributes. Usage of attributes can be compared with properties in modified menu. We find actions, verbs like divide, stretch, explode, etc. Reading attributes close of properties may think the name of the similar function inactive for some reason. Using attribute, you should avoid thinking they are the same. If you want to change on object view, attributes can be selected by picking the object with a cursor and window around the items. The BTM bottom, from the BTM left corner to the top right corner, window will change color with a particular color selected in the menu options, application preference, appearance, tab, graphic colors, right mouse click and tool tip gives the option of the attribute with the properties click attributes by picking the tool tip of attributes window open against the following words, layer, pen color, width, line type. You have the option of leaving unchanged or change. Menu bar, file or options, or edit or view. The first menu bar section, basically self-explanatory, so no liberated on this time. The menu bar sections are not discussed in great detail in order presented on the screen. For command line short forms, abbreviations, instead use toolbar selection, refer to section command line. Alright, menu bar plugins, 1, align, command none, location plugins, align, first on list. Aligns any of the text or similar, cursor change or to hatch cross for the command line, says select object, select one or more window with the present enter key, select base point, previous selected objects. First target point, snap the proposed grid point, etc. Second base point, other original location at knee. Second target point moves to the selected position. 1, 2, read ASC 2 points, command none, login, read ASC 2 points, second on list. ESRI, shape file, command none, location ESRI, shape, third on list. List etnies, command none, location plugin, list etnies, fourth on list. List of etnies windows open to the open location. List layers, color, lumen type, thickness, geometry, X and Y, length, and angle. Identification number of the tools, more information, tools, modified properties. 1.5 PIC, command number, locate none. Location plugins, read PIC file on fifth on the list. 1.6, same properties, paintbrush, command none. Location plugin, some properties, second on the list. Valuable lift, tool, changing line, qualities, color, line weight, line type, match near endies and use to. Have floating toolbar and open part of the screen. 1.7 sample plugin, command none, location bar, menu bar plugin, sample plugin, last on the list. Draw window opens, opening location, open start X, start Y, end X, Y, NY, and a button accept or cancel imports the line to drawing that you have typed the number, the numerals. Useful tool for setting up leaders with a 45 degree extension for instance. Alright, menu bar tools, drawing sections. Consider all illustrations carefully along with the name of the tool to understand the function of the tool is on the toolbar. Line 1, line 2 points. Your command lines are L, LI, or L line itself. After selecting a desired snap option, main toolbar, respond clicking with the mouse on the drawing area to enter the start and finish points. You can enter the points by entering command line as shown with the following bullet points. Prompt, specify first point, specify next point, specify not next point, undo. X10, Y20, enter place in coordinate XY, X equals 10, Y equals 20 from origin point X0, Y0, then at X30, Y40, negative to place a line coordinates for the distance for the X30, Y40 for the last drawn zone. X equals 10 plus 30 equals 40 and Y equals 24 plus 40 equals 60. 50 is less than 45. 50 or less than 45 signal, enter place line distance origin, 45 degree, positive axis, 0 degrees. The positive axis is, y-axis is 90 degrees, so the degrees measured counterclockwise from horizontal. Another way to express this in a half hour is 3 o'clock, 0 degrees, 12 o'clock, 90 degrees, 9 o'clock, 180 degrees, 6 o'clock, 270 degrees. At 60, less than 15, enter place line 60. Line at 60, and it's 15 degree angle, degree of last drawn line. Or using the mouse, go to draw line, 2 points. Click where you want the first point to be as the drawn line process is finished. And as the draw line process is not finished, you can use the right mouse button to reset the first point. Click where you want the second point to be. If you want to have more point, just click on the places you want them to be. As the process for the drawing at least 2 points is done after selecting second point, you can press the right mouse button to end process or escape key. Or using the control bar, use Control M or space bar, click the mouse into the input line of the command line, type LI or line. Your two short key LI or line, full command line to confirm any line command unless a two-letter short form recognized by the program as commanded. You need to now press the enter return key to create the first point. Just type the coordinates of the first point, 50-50. To create the second point, type 50-60. Now you can proceed in different ways described in the section using the mouse. As you may have noticed, every time you create a new point, the relative 0 point as it crosses in the circle is moved to the position of this point. But the option lock relative 0 position is disabled. If the lock relative 0 position is disabled, you can use the relative 0 point as the start point of the next point you want to create. To do that, you type the @ symbol before coordinates for the next point. So the @ 60-70 will create a point where 60 units in the X direction, 70 units in the Y direction from the position of relative 0 point. If you prefer the polar coordinates drawing, then length and lessen angle in degree. To draw a line 30 at 45 degree angle will create a 30 unit long with an angle at 45 absolute 0 point, and the @ symbol can be used in the same way if you're using feet and inches units such as 1 and foot 10 inches at 45 at 60 and 64 inches at 50 inches to draw a line. After producing a line segment, you can close the line, draw a segment of the point where you started by entering the closing line, close into the command line. You finish the drawing lines, press escape. All line segments can be created individually. Polyline, all segments considered a signal object that they can be selected with one click. If you select pick a line, right mouse click on small windows, give the function creative parallel, right mouse click the function title. You can continue if you wish to still on the command. Polylines are useful hatch boundaries. They can be deleted if necessary only as one continuous line with a suitable color conveniently placed on another line, preferably non-printing. Lines are more suitable with polylines when using offset commands. 1-2 your line angle command prompts as discussed previously. Line horizontal H or HOR short key or long-term horizontal prompt. Press the keyboard space key mouse command. Type the type area not in the window. Turn the font color to blue. Ready for input. Type L. Enter spacebar. Use the X snap toolbar to choose the ortho for horizontal vertical lines. Restrict to horizontal line only. Line vertical, command V, short key VER, vertical long command prompt, keyboard space, mouse click, command line type area, not in window, turn the font color to blue, ready for input, type L or capital L, enter the space bar, use X snap toolbar to choose ortho, horizontal, vertical lines, restrict to vertical lines only. Alright, line rectangle. Tools line first selection rectangle fly out command REC short rectang longer abbreviated rectangle prompt specify first corner second specify second corner You can type rectang on the command line. LibreCAD prompts you to specify the first corner. Check appropriate snap is colored in snap grid 000. Enter click on screen one corners of the rectangle. Each snap icon screen tooltip restricts to orthographic other appropriate snap in there. In other clicking drawing area, the typical coordinate for the LibreCAD prompt, the diagonal opposite corner left, mouse click once, right click twice to exit command, Control S to save. Use as a text box, report rectangles resisting being trimmed. If problem, composes rectangles from lines instead. 1/6 line parallel through point, or PP, or P to P, or point to point. Those are your short keys. PP or parallel PTP. Prompts refute the following. Command line parallel 0 PA offset parallel prompts. Click press space escape command line when you use the command line. Not the blue, if not blue, turns it blue color. Now type the keyboard O. Press enter key command line when shown as offset imputed. Small window opens third row. Toolbars top of the drawing area under help section menu bar. This reads the distance type offset millimeters or other unit you want. When the number type one more offset of the line you want, it allows 1 to 99 copies. A cursor shape changes mine to crossover. Cursor over angle original line you want. Offset broken line copy appears on one side of the line and the other you desire. Offset large dimension if you're zoomed in close. You may not be able to see offset screen check. Click the left button on the mouse. Offset line added to the drawing. Continue the offset command with the different offset distances. Number lines need the offset with the window with the toolbar closed with the cancel with the offset command pressing keyboard escape key twice. Functions like this advantages are functions like modify on offset. Line bisector command is BI or bisect. Prompts line tang point center command TAN PC or point center. Tangent PC prompts line tangent center center to center, century to century, commands prompts not listed, line tangent ortho, command prompts not listed, orthogonal, command prompts OR, FTVOP, or PERP, prompts, line relative angle, command prompts, line polygon center command prompts, line polygon corner to corner, poly 2, polygon 2V prompts, line divided, refer to modified divide. Circle point, CI or circle prompt, specifies center and radius. Type CI or circle in the command line. LibreCAD prompts to specify the center how you enter the point of the century, either with a clicking on the screen with the type of the coordinates type century entry command. Prompts you to specify radius dimension. Do so as the circle is drawn. Right the click twice to exit the command. Control S to save. Other variation command file. 1, 2, circle 2 points, command C2, circle 2 points radius, A or an arc, circle 3 points, C3, circle 3, line draws a circle, circumcised to a triangle. So circle 3 point means the draw is a circle circumcised to a triangle. Circle center radius command prompts. Circle tangent circle 1 point prompts. Circle tangent 2 point. Circuit tangential 2 circuit 1 point. Circuit tangential 2 point. Circuit tangential 2 circuit radius. When through circles, you want to draw another circle with a given radius. With 2 circles and you want to draw another circle with a given radius, position tangent existing 2 circles. Select first circle. Circle changes color. LibreCAD prompts to select the next circle line arc. Nothing happens. You need to increase the radius and window before selecting second. Notice the option becomes available to set this radius and second icon corner. Circle tangent 3 circles CT 3 or tangent 3. Curve your curve point angles command A or arc specifies standard point center radius start angle end angle chord length. Type arc or A on the command line. LibreCAD prompts you to specify center and start point. You can enter center part in the century either with clicking the location on the screen, the type of the corner, the type of the center, and enter the type of the start point. Enter century. If you click center, you prompted to enter for the century, and then the radius to enter in the radius. You are prompted the starting point of the angle in degrees, then larger end angle. Arcs drawn in center, radius, and start point angle method allows you to go to the counterclockwise starter point. If you standpoint prompted the enter second and third point, LibreCAD draws an arc at the first point through the second point to the third one. An arc with a center point is a part of a circle. Curve 3 points, AR, or arc, curve arc, tangent, command, prompt, curve spline, SPL, or spline, curve spline through points, STP or spline, 2, curve ellipse arc, axis, not, curve freehanded, FHL, free, also referred to ellipse axis, command, prompt, ellipse foci point, ellipse 4 point, ellipse center 3 points, ellipse inscribed, EIE, all refers to curves, polyline, polyline commands, PL or polyline prompts, specify first point, specify next point, or undo. You type polyline or command line prompts to specify the first point. Draw the polyline exit exactly as you want to draw the line and refer to the subsection above the draw line. The only difference of all the segment polyline signal etny. Polylines are useful as hatch boundaries. You can delete with the necessary as one continuous line with a suitable color with a conveniently placed and another line, preferably non-printing. Polylines can be offset by one segment, so you may find lines more adaptable. Polyline add node command prompts, polyline append command, and man known polyline delete node command prompt. Polyline delete between two nodes command and prompt. Polyline trigment segment command and prompt. Polyline create equidistant polylines command. Choose the original polyline. Create equidistant tool open with the top of the drawing area. Two adjustments that can be space and copy spacing. Check in the menu bar option drawing preference grid type. Take grid setting spacing 1 X spacing Y spacing 1. Let the L set spacing for 1 millimeter. 1 equals 1 millimeter. If you want 100 millimeter offset, type 100 copies default with permits and 99 copies set 0. This permits your offset polyline 1 once needed indefinitely until the command is canceled. Spacing the bit experience could allow you to make non-standard thick lines, experimental white spaces, caution, and ensure center line, middle line is any of the grid, not edge line, with the view of the grip root position. It's found with experimental success placed with white space result of the template. 1.8 polyline, creating polyline existing segments, command and prompt, selection and select your pointer. Go to menu bar, edit selection pointer, first selection, edit toolbar, selection pointer icon. When you want to erase entities, you can type short form ER for erase. Either pick with your cursor for the turned into a hatch, cross, or press selection pointer icon so you can window objects. You can now pick entities and pick a window and pick the rectangular left, right, and blue. Pick right and to left is green color. It doesn't seem to make any difference whether you use the selector pointer either to window left to right, or right to left. And it does in some programs, but it will delete objects only containing the window. Once you have window entities on the right mouse, click the small window open shown recent command so that you can choose and apply the selection. Unable to find additional information on the use of function at the time, deselect all, Control K or TN, select all, SA, Control A. Select any commands, deselect contour, select window, delete select window, select intersected entities, deselect intersected entities, deselect layered, invert selection. Copy and paste. Just like many other programs, LibreCAD always allows you to copy and paste in any element anywhere you want. Can be a little surprising. Draw anything, say a circle, click on and select it, and either edit, Control, copy, C. Note that the command line set of the specified reference point, select the central circle. Select the center of the circle, stage your screen as long it looks as you have done this. Now do either edit or paste Control V and start moving your mouse. You can see the new circle move about and click where you want it to center to be located. No, you can only paste in the layer you copied from, but you can paste in another drawing. To do so, open the new drawing only, then paste. Moving any from one layer to another. So note, you can only paste in the layer you copied from, but you can paste it in another drawing. To do so, open a new drawing and only then paste. Moving entity from one layer to another. Suppose you have drawn an entity wrong layer. You can correct that. You win icons, modify attributes. will prompt the selected icons to choose one selected entities. Move either the press entry click on the double arrow selecting icon tools. Little window opens, shows layer dependent needs and layer line first on top. Linear dimensions. Alright, linear dimensions are generally placed outside of the object's parameter or outline. To connect the dimension line to the object, the dimension line has two parallel extension lines from the arrow point, slash, circle, or similar used to etch each end of the dimension line. They are nearly to touch the point of the dimension is taken. The reason that the line is often small gap between the object, the extension line is to lessen confusion, providing a white space. Providing a white space so that the object is clearly seen. Dimension settings are found in menu bars, option, current drawing, preference unit, and dimension tab, dimension line gap. Other adjustment dimension settings can also be found here. Linear precision dimension tab controls number digits out after the decimal point in the dimension. Alright, 1-1, dimension generally. Directions of horizontal dimension, vertical dimensions are similar. Enable the free snapping long snap endpoints like horizontal dimensions. Menu move crosshair either left to top point, bottom left point of your object. Left mouse click once. Move crosshair horizontally top right edge of the object. Mouse click once. Without clicking the mouse, move the line up or down. You notice the dimension appears. You can now place it where you want, and when you're satisfied with the left mouse click once, select the location, right mouse click once to come out of the horizontal dimension. Notice the icon menu on the left side. You can select the dimension option from the menu, also known as long as you can only right mouse click once. You'll finish the dimension. The icon menu will remain. Change the size of the text change the size of the text in the dimension menu bar option, current drawing preferences, dimension tab, changing text height, arrow size, etc. Here for the dimension height such as 399, 39, 99, 99, you can adjust the precision going by menu options, current drawing preference unit, set precision, their length and angle. For example, choose 0 instead of 0.000 by manual typing 40. Hard to move the dimension. Place your cursor over the dimension line. Left mouse click once. Note the line turns to a red broken dotted line type to show the selected as not. Also note blue point by one over the dimension arrows. So if the cursor blue point, hold down the left mouse button. Keep the button held down. Move the mouse. You will see the dimension move of the cursor. Move the dimensions where you want. Left click to see the new position. If you're satisfied with the dimension new position, right circle twice to come out of the command. Otherwise, grab the blue point again. Move it where you want. Left mouse click once. Right click twice. Click on the line once to deselect it. If the line changes the line changes from red back to white. Alright, 1-2, dimensional line, command lines, dimensional line, DA, prompt, specific first extension line origin, specific second extension line origin, specify dimensional line location. You type DA for the dimensional line, short term abbreviation, command line crump, specify first extension line origin. Here you can enter the point of the first extension line origin either by clicking on the screen or by typing the coordinates, typically with some snap, placing dimension exactly on the point where you wish to dimension. LibreCAD prompts you the second extension line origin after you prompt it with the dimension line location. This is typically distance with the dimension line from the dimension object. You can use the angle of the dimension need to indicate length of the line runs at an angle. You can use the horizontal and vertical lines, but your specialized command, see that below, you're given a chance to select the line, dimensional line, like you can in AutoCAD. After issuing the dimensional line or DA, click on the icon menu, so you select the others option toolbar. Switch on optional leaders such as diameter sign. Enter your own text for dimension. Select optional leader dimension plus sign, plus or minus sign. Enter up and lower tolerances. Alright, 1-3 dimensional linear, commands DR, prompt, specify first extension line origin, second extension line origin, specify dimensional line location. DR abbreviation for dimension linear, command line LibreCAD prompts you specific first extension line origin. Can enter for the first extension line origin either by clicking on the screen or by typing coordinates. Typically you see some of the snap, place, type of extension mentioned exactly on the point you wish to mention. LibreCAD then prompts you the second line of origin after you're prompted with the dimension line location. Linear dimension run parallel to the line between the two extension line origins. Use the linear dimension. You need to indicate the length under the specific angle. You have to set the angle of the tools option toolbar. Linear dimension can be used with horizontal and vertical lines, but has specialized commands. See below. You're given the chance to select and have the dimensions automatically line with the AutoCAD. After issuing DA, check on the icon menu. You can set the other toolbars option toolbar switch option leader. Add a 45-degree line. Refer to subsection sample plugins. Enter your own text dimension. Select optional leader diameter plus or minus sign. Enter upper and lower tolerances. Enter angle of the dimension. Dimension horizontal or D8 prompt specifically that first extension line origin, second extension line origin, specify dimension line location. You type DH, abbreviation for dimensional horizontal on the command line. LibreCAD prompts to specify for the extension line origin. Here you can enter the first extension line origin either by clicking your screen or by typing coordinates. Typically you have some snap plate for the dimension, exactly point where you wish to dimension. LibreCAD then prompts you the second extension line origin. After you've prompted this dimension for the location, the horizontal dimension runs parallel to the x-axis. Alright, you can align the dimension when you need to indicate the length under the specific angle. You can have set the angle. You can set the angle from the tools option toolbar. Align dimensions can be either horizontal and vertical lines, but they are specialized commands. See below. You linear dimensions. You need to indicate length under a specific angle. You have to set the angle in the tools option toolbar. You're given a chance to select the line and have the dimensions that automatically like you in the AutoCAD. After issuing dimension horizontal command, clicking on the icon menu, select set the other tools in the option bar. Switch option letter, add a 45-degree line, refer to subsection sample plugins, enter your own text and dimension, select optional leader diameter plus or minus sign, enter upper and lower tolerance, enter the angle of the dimension. Or dimension vertical or DV prompt, specify first extension line origin, second extension line origin, specify dimension line location, type DV for dimension vertical, command line LibreCAD prompts you specify first extension line for origin, enter the point for the first line extension, or when clicking by the screen or typing the coordinates, typically use the snap of the dimension exactly with the point where you wish to dimension. LibreCAD then prompts the second extension line origin. After you are prompted the dimension line location, vertical dimension runs parallel to the y-axis. Your align dimension when you need to indicate the length of a specific angle you have set with the angle of the tools option toolbar. Line dimensions can be with a horizontal and vertical line. You have specialized commands. See below. Use linear dimensions. You need to indicate the length of the specific angle you have set with the angle of the tools option toolbar. You're given a chance to select the line, have the dimension automatically line with the AutoCAD. Using the command DV or dimension vertical, clicking on icon menu, you set the other option toolbar. Switching optional leader to adding a 45-degree line for subsection sample plugins. Enter your own text dimension. Select optional leader diameter plus or minus. Enter upper and lower tolerance. Enter angle for the dimension. Alright, dimension radial or to dimension a circular diameter or radius. Select the dimension from circle. Click the radius for the pull-down menu. Touch the edge of the circle with the cursor left mouse click once. With the clicking the mouse, move it away from the circle. Note the dimensions appear. Now move the cursor around the circle. You want to see the dimension. Move with it. Pick the spot where you want your dimension and left mouse click once. The right mouse click once to come out of the command. If you're not satisfied with the position of the dimension, you can move with it by clicking the dimension and it turns red to show that it's selected. Touch the cursor with the blue point with the edge of the circle. Hold the left button down. Now when you move the mouse, you can move the dimension. You have the dimension where you want it. Release the left mouse button. Click the mouse button once. Have satisfied with the position. Right mouse click. Come out of the command. Left mouse click over the cursor down the dimension to deselect. And the dimension will change the normal white color. Or to change property dimensions, select tool menus, modify properties, place the crosshairs over the dimension you want to change. Let the mouse click, and box will pop up, and it has a pull-down menu where you can change the properties. Change the dimension height. Click on the menu, edit bar, and drawing preferences. Dimension tab. Change the height and the type and the typing in a new value. Then clicking on the OK, and the dimension and size will change. Once then, dimension leader text. The menu dimension leader lasts on the flyout command LD. Or leader dimension, or dimension leader. Note that the floating toolbar is available as shown with a broken line or a triple dash at the top of the flyout. Starting the leader at the arrowhead of the leader by left mouse click once direction. If the leader is not initially vertical or horizontal, stand over the arrowhead portion of the leader initially 45 at a 45-degree angle. So position your cursor so the section of the angle used grid is on or turn on. Left click once. Then after estimating the length of the horizontal vertical section, click once again. Allow the small gap before starting your future text. 4. To complete the command, press Enter key. Arrowhead will appear on the leader in the first pick point. Right mouse click once you come out of the command. 5. Refer to text and sample plugin sections of this manual. Bulletin. If your arrowhead size is incorrect, check menu bar option, current drawing preference, window, dimension tab, dimension line, arrow, and ticks. Alright, modify. I'm going to cut the tape there.